Hi, this is Mark Rushton of markrushton.com. Get my thing here. The second video of the day, Wednesday, November 25, 2020. Later in the afternoon, it's getting dark out there. Getting dark. And my Blick order arrived. However, I made a mistake. And I'm here to address it online. It's my fault. I'm to blame. Okay. Where are we with this? So the 9x12s arrived, and they're very nice, of course. They're just like the 8x10, except they're 9x12. And these will fit in the priority mail medium flat rate box. At least they should. The dimensions. We'll put that in there. Oh, yeah, that fits perfectly. Look at that. Not a problem. Get some packing in there. No big deal. So I'll be doing 8x10s and 9x12s. And but the thing is, with this 9x12, guess what? I need some 9x12, some thicker paper for the paintings that I'm going to photograph and stick in here temporarily. And then I got my 9x12 ready mats. These look great. These are exactly what I want. And so you put that in there and in there like that. But I need a 9x12. At first I thought I needed cardstock, right? Because I got cardstock for the 8x10s. Well, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to swing by JoAnn's tonight, because that's actually kind of out where I'm going. And I'm going to get some watercolor paper, which actually may be better than cardstock, because watercolor paper, I know, is acid-free. Not an issue there. It's usually a little cheaper than cardstock too. But let's go back to what I was talking about in the beginning. I made a mistake. with the Blick ready mats. And the problem with these, and we'll just compare these here too. This is the 8x10, and then this over here is the 9x12. As you can see, of course, they're different sizes, but they have a different, what would you call it, a masking size here in proportion to the size of the mat. So on this, you get a matting that has a 1 inch border. And this, it's a little bit thicker. And so the, what else I got it back here? Do I have it back here? No, I have it over in the, give me just a second. So this is what I got from Michael's. Let me pop this out here. This is worth noting, just for me anyway. I don't know about anybody else. This is the difference. And there's, as I found out, there's multiple types of store cut mats here. So you've got, this is the Michaels, and this is the Blick. You notice any difference there? Yeah, the Michaels is a little thicker. And I stuck an image behind that. I just did not like it. Did not like this. Like this. So turns out Blick does sell this dimension in their ready mats at their store. So I can order those. Not a big deal. But what do I do with these? Because of the width there. So I called the local Blick store up and gave them the product number. I said, can I return it, even though I bought it online? And if they sell it in the store, typically they will accept it. Typically. So that didn't seem to be a problem. So I'll go down there. Probably not tonight. Probably maybe Friday. It's a college town. It's dead. It's dead anyway. It's dead during Thanksgiving break. Not like there's that many people wandering around. I only got 3 of them, so Not a big deal. I could probably exchange them too with the other type. And here's the other thing. The other thing worth noting is that on the Blick side here, yeah, they've got, let me go over and just kind of show you as an example. This was just my not paying attention. See here, you've got the certain type of opening, right? So let's go back here. You get the Blick white core pre-cut mats. We go down the colors, and I want Manor white. And so you see mat size here. Look at that: 8 by 10, 8 by 10, 8 by 10, 5 by 7, 4 by 6, 6 by 8. This is 6 by 8. What I really wanted was 5 by 7, which is what this is. That's 5 by 7. So what did I do here? So I changed on my wish list here. I changed it to this one actually says a 4.5 by 6.5 opening, and that is what 5 by 7 is. Let's see here. Let's take a look. There you go. 4.5 by 6.5. That's what I wanted. Wait a second here. Yeah, artwork size 5.7, opening 4.5 by 6.5. That's what this is. That's not what this is. Math is so dang confusing. You don't know what you really want until you get it in the mail. But that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. So I updated my wish list here. Everything's cool. Everything's cool. But what about 9 by 12? Do I want to do another Blick order and have it bounce around the Midwest for a whole bunch of days? No, I'm not going to do that. I do like, I could go down to the store, get their frames, but I guess at a pinch, but I don't really want to do that. Drive downtown, parking. It's not in the best, it's just in about the worst location for a store in Iowa City. It's a great store. It's a really great store, but it's a terrible location for me. Probably not for the students. Oh well, it is what it is. So I'm going to go out to JoAnn, which is out at what used to be called Sycamore Mall. It's not a mall anymore. It's called something else. And so I figured I would do a little pre-shopping out there because I like to overthink things. And occasionally I like to make mistakes. So really all I need to do is I looked for 9 by 12 cardstock, and that I could get sort of stuff. And then I started running into watercolor paper. I'm like, oh, why don't I just use watercolor paper? Because cardstock's 100 pounds and cheap watercolor paper is 90 pounds. That's fine. That'll work. And so then look what I found here. And here's the great thing about JoAnn. If you have a JoAnn in your area, you can search the store, in this case, the Iowa City, Iowa store. And look, it even says they're open now until 9 p.m. Great. Earlier this year, they closed at 6. So that's, now I know they're open till 9. That's great. And they have a couple different types of watercolor paper in 9 by 12. Doorbuster. And it says free pickup in Iowa City. So you kind of can tell, you can guess that it's likely in their database here. Student watercolor 9 by 12, acid free, 90 pounds. I'll take a look at how it is. It's going to be in a probably like a tear off type of sheet, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe they're not usually loose. You can tear them out usually. It's not spiral bound. Tape bound. Does that mean you would pull it out and it would have like a decking on it or something? Deckled? Is it deckled? Yeah, that's cheap. 47 for, what was it, 15 sheets? Serves the purpose. That's a pretty good price. Well, then they had this other one here too. Let's overthink it, Rushton. $8.99. Well, how many sheets do you get in that? 30 sheets. 140 pound. Wow. Might not be that might be a better deal. Thicker paper. Play around with watercolor paper. All right, just what I need to do. Just what I don't need to do. That's okay. Either one of those is fine. 90 pound, 140 pound. They'll still fit in the frame real nicely. Yep. So that'll work. I'll swing by JoAnn tonight. I got to run to the store anyway. I need a can of green beans. We need two cans of green beans for the green bean casserole for Thanksgiving, and we got one. So that's the big item of the night. And get some drinking water. So we're on a well here, and a water softener. A water softener that needs to get checked. There's always something in this house. But don't worry, I've replaced just about everything, so there's not that much left. My work here is done. All right, so that's good. That's good. The order came in. Fun, and I've been photographing the 8x10s, as you can see here. I used my ring light and took that downstairs to the dining room area, and just pulling those sheets out of the paper, out of the Itoya portfolios, and transferring those onto the cardstock. And instead of writing on the artwork, I'm writing on the cardstock, which is probably a smarter idea. I'm kind of dumb about things. And then taking photos there with the Canon. And so probably tonight, I think I took 5. And it didn't take long to do that. But then I had another appointment at 3:30. And had to deal with that here at the house. And but 5's enough. 5's enough for the day. Slow. Don't overdo it. Don't overdo it, Rushton. But that looks good. I think the photos are looking pretty good too there. You know, I always use a scan. I always use a scan of the image for the main photo. And then I'll have the other pieces in there too. You know, that's kind of how I do it there in my eBay store, my eBay art store. And I'm sure some people are probably wondering, why are these $39.95? Why are these so cheap? Why are they so inexpensive, especially when you got $8 shipping in there? And the reason is that these are one-offs, and they're little, and they're in those little desktop frames. And I love them. They're great, but I'm not going to operate like this in the future. So I'm just, these are kind of a closeout. Also a great way to dip your toe into collecting Mark Rushton acrylic paintings on Tyvek. So if you want to add one to your collection, there it is, $40, or make an offer. I guess you could make an offer, but $40 is a great price. Get those flying out the door here for Thanksgiving. I really do love that Distrance. That is really great. And yeah, there's like part of me, and I've said this before, there's part of me, because you've got such a high quality scan here, I sometimes wonder about taking the scan of that and having like a not necessarily a print, but a very, very high quality, like a giclée or something like that done. Make a large version of that image. Because as the artist, I do own the image. Even if I do sell the little painting, the original painting, I do as the artist, you can retain the copyright, and you can do other things with that image. You know your copyright law, artists. I've thought about that, because that one's pretty neat there. That one's pretty neat. So, all right, 15 minutes. Let's cut it. let's cut it right now. But again, my website is markrushton.com, and we'll maybe we'll see you on Thanksgiving. That'd be great.